G'day doll fans, it's Cassie here from Rare and Pretty Dolls and welcome to another beautiful day in the dollhouse. This video will be continuing on from our last video where we turned a Heather Grayson Shadow High doll into a G3 Draculaura as we saw her, sort of a little bit older, a little bit edgier, and running her very own podcast and recording studio in the dollhouse. So we have been requested by all our TikTok followers. Thank you very much for putting in your requests for the next character's transformation to be Natasha Zima into a Frankie Stein doll, which will be quite the challenge because she starts off really light. We're going to have to do something about this beautiful hair. Really sad about that, but hopefully we can get her hair looking really black, or maybe do some electrified blue streaks in there. We'll have a look. And then this outfit's probably not going to suit her new look, so I'll have to put that on one side and do something else with that as well. And we've bought loads of dye, so we're going to get into this box. Giving her a quick check over for flaws, and she's absolutely beautiful, and I'm really happy to see that she has that half up, half down ponytail that Frankie has. It's going to make her styling a lot easier for us. Her hair's really long too, which I love. Let's get started on her dye bath. First we add the salt, which is supposed to promote colour fastness. It's just a really old technique and I'm in the habit of it now. And then we add our dishwashing detergent, which helps to adhere the dye to the fabrics that you're using. And I think that adding these agents also breaks up the viscosity of the water, which is the surface tension, and just makes the whole dye bath like a little softer. And the result of that is that you get a much more even dye. Starting Frankie's hair with a really deep chocolate brown with a splash of purple added to it for extra dimension. I'm not sure I'm ready to go super jet black just yet. We'll see how she turns out, and if I really feel like we need to deepen this whole dye with jet black, I definitely will. But the black dye is called graphite, and I feel like that's going to be a blue-based dye. So by adding the chocolate brown first, we'll be adding more red elements to the dyes. So we'll be giving a deeper, richer black, and we won't be headed into any ashy territory. I've covered her eyes with some masking tape to protect her from the layer of Mr. Super Clear that we just gave her to rough up the surface ready for painting. I mixed up a custom range of colours that I've used before to make a dull metallic effect. It is a blend of Joanne Merson's iridescent range of special effects paints and some soft pastels blended in and a drop of water to thin the mixture. Normally I would put this mixture over black, so I'm a little nervous about using it on the white, and we'll see how we go. I'm using a small makeup sponge to apply this to the body. I feel it gives a really nice even coat that I can control easily. And it goes on quite light and then it deepens as it dries. I really like the pale green color. It's developed quite nicely. Unfortunately, it didn't dry evenly, so we have some patchy color. I've added another layer of Mr. Super Clear so that I can go in with some pastels and do some blushing to hopefully even out the skin tone a little and to get rid of some of the extra texture I feel has happened as it's dried. Unfortunately, I never felt like that really happened for this doll, and I went in with a deeper green to try and correct my mistake, and that was an absolute disaster. So I'm trying to work through the ugly phase of the doll. Sometimes you get that where you just think, maybe if I just push through this, we can work through it. And you can, and you're really ecstatic with the results. That was not the case for this doll. This doll needed to be washed back again and reimagined in more of the ethereal green that I originally visualized for this doll. Just using that iridescent paint to give her some eyeshadow, and I'll be using it to fill in the details on her cheek with that little row of stitching that she has. Using that lighter green color, I went back and redid some elements of the doll to bring in that beautiful light green that we first really liked before I got in there with that darker green and gave her that kind of She-Hulky Shrek Sally from Nightmare Before Christmas look. I hope you guys don't mind me sharing some of my more ugly aspects of the doll creation process where you make a mistake, you have to go back. It takes a lot of time, and I feel like it's an important part of the learning process. I had a feeling before we even started that green wasn't going to go over white correctly, and it doesn't. It looks so much better over black, and when we get to doing Rebecca steam, I'll show you exactly what I mean. This is a skirt section from a Frankie Sweet 16 doll. The top was absolutely shredded and was no use to anybody, so I've taken the skirt and we're using it to embellish an outfit I got from one of the Shadow High dolls. That gives me really updated, electrified, Voltageous vibes, so I'm excited for this. I also found some other outfits of Frankie's that I think will fit our Rainbow High doll. We've got the Sweet Screams outfit, a little red jacket that I found, the Frankie's top, and I got another Rainbow High skirt that I think is going to look fantastic with that and give really kind of back to school Frankie vibes. We've got her original earrings, which are going to look fantastic all together, and I have the Sweet Screams shoes as well, so we're going to be squeezing those on her little feet too. And here's Frankie's final looks. We have Voltageous look, we have a back to school look, and we have a Sweet Screams, all from the original Monster High clothing and accessories on a Rainbow High custom. So thanks very much. Don't forget to let me know who's next in the comments, or you can follow me on TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook.